People travel to so many countries and love to take pictures with iconic monuments and beautiful landmarks. Like when you go to US, the New York, you see people taking with the Statue of Liberty. You go to UAE or Dubai, you see people taking with the Burj Khalifa. You go to Saudi Arabia, you see them taking with the Kaaba or Blackstone. You go to Paris or France, they take with the Eiffel Tower. When you go to Brazil, Rio de Janeiro, they take with Christ Redeemer. Now, when you go to South Africa, Nelson Mandela's giant statue is there people take with. You go to Egypt, the pyramid is right there. So when people post pictures of themselves around these monuments and historic iconic places, it actually tells you where they are. You don't need to ask. Now, I don't know which country you are watching me from, but I want to know the most iconic or important monument or landmark in that area. Comment it below in the comment section. Let me see if I know that location. Now, I did a social experiment on my TikTok page where I posted one of the most iconic places in Ghana, and I captioned it Lagos, Nigeria, and people came after my head. They were like, this is not Nigeria. Can Nigeria be this beautiful? Man, Nigeria is beautiful. But that's not the case. I just want to give people the insight of why a lot of people travel to Ghana and love to take pictures or create content at that location called the Independence Square or the Blaster Square. So let's go to Ghana and check out the Independence Square of Ghana. Let's go. Welcome to the Independence or the Blaster Square of Ghana. It is arguably the most visited place in Ghana by both foreigners and the locals. This is because of the rich history behind the three monuments that are currently here. To visit here, you don't need much to be here. It is free of charge. Just come here, take pictures with the monument. But before that, you need to know why these monuments are here. So in this video, we are going to pay attention to two of the three monuments that people usually take pictures with when they visit Ghana. And with the help of a tour guide, let's dig into why people love to take pictures here, why people see here as their Eiffel Tower, as their Burj Khalifa, as their Christ Redeemer statue, and all of that. So let's dig into the video.
Okay, so this is the Independence Square of Ghana. And anytime we mention the Independence Square of Ghana, we are referring to three separate monuments. So we have behind us the Nationalism Park, right? We have the Black Star Arc here, and this is for the Black Star Square. So the Independence Square is made up of all the three. Now, this monument, the Nationalism Park, has three statues of soldiers. So I know you remember Kopalatipo, Detty, and Detty. They were
my social studies teacher. Sorry for the interruption.
So they triggered the action for independence. So what happened? Now, in 1939, when the Second World War broke, Ghana was still under a British colony. So 65,000 Ghanaian soldiers were used to fight on behalf of British.
Oh, okay.
Now we, the Ghanaians, we fought in Burma against the Japanese.
Wow.
When the war ended, just a little few of them had survived, just a little above 2,000. Now, that is not the most unfortunate thing, but the most unfortunate thing is that these few soldiers who survived were promised benefits by the British government, which they failed to honor their promise. So, on the 28th of February, 1948, at the time when the country was in economic crisis, these men decided to demonstrate and petition the governor at the Osu Castle. That used to be the seat of government.
Oh, okay.
And on their way to the castle, they were met halfway at the junction on this road. So this stretch of the road is called the 28th February Road, and it is for a reason. Because on that day, these men were walking to the castle when they met the security at the castle. There were 12 policemen, some Ghanaian, some British. They were ordered to return back. They refused. So one British police by name Colin Emery pulled a gun, shot into the crowd, and killed Kopalatipo, Detty, and Detty, who were ex-servicemen who had fought for the British in the Second World War and has returned back. So this incident caused a riot, which we all know about 1948 riot, but that was the reason why the riot occurred. Wow. The Ghanaians became so angry that how can you inhumanly kill 3 soldiers who fought for you in a battle, come back home, and then you kill them like this? So there was a retaliation. There was looting, there was destruction of properties, mainly targeted at the British. And in fact, It started in Accra, got extended to the other part of the regions. That is how come the Queen intervened. The Queen was still the head of state, so she set up a commission led by Watson, so we call it the Watson Commission. And at the end of the commission's report, Ghana's independence was recommended, but that should have been 10 years' time. So the recommendation came that grant Ghana its independence in 10 years' time. So preparations were started, and we know they thought Kwame Nkrumah was behind the occurrences. That's how come Kwame Nkrumah and the deputies were arrested.
Of the riots, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
However, the agitation still went on. The people wanted independence. So in 1951, Ghana had its first election. Kwame Nkrumah won from the prison, became secretary to the governor. And by, the long and short story of this thing is that Ghana became independent in 1957 because of these three soldiers. Luckily enough, we normally say Ghana was the first African country, the sub-Saharan, but in actual fact, like all the black countries, all the black countries in Africa, Ghana was the first country to achieve political independence. So Kwame Nkrumah wanted to use the opportunity to unite Africa. So we remember his famous quote during the Independence Declaration that our independence is meaningless unless it's the total liberation of Africa.
Our independence is meaningless unless it is linked up with the total liberation of the African continent.
Great. That is the reason why we have this monument, the Black Star Arch. So this Black Star Arch was built for two reasons. One, to inspire the African countries who were still under colonial rule to also fight for their independence. Secondly, to announce our independence as a country. Now, to solidify that vision, there was this black man, Marcus Garvey, who first had that vision of uniting Africa.
Oh, okay.
Now, Marcus Garvey was a Jamaican born but lived in the States around the time when segregation was high in the United States. The time when the blacks would not be allowed to go to the same school with the whites. And I excuse my language, even to go to the same toilet, they have a place for the whites and a place for the blacks. So he said he will rise for his race, that is the black race. And the only way to do that was to unite them, was to educate them. So he created a ship line called the Black Star Line with a Negro, right? And so that Black Star Line served as a transit point. If you want to come back to Africa, it was voluntary. You join, you come back to Africa. All the proceeds, the money he made from the Black Star Line, he used it to educate black people. But the most unfortunate thing is that the Western world couldn't allow him to triumph. So his dream was cut short. In 1944, when Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah schooled in Lincoln University, he came across the articles of Marcus Garvey. He came across the philosophies of Marcus Garvey. He loved them. So Marcus Garvey kind of became his mentor. That is how come he borrowed the Black Star from Marcus Garvey's famous Black Star Line to represent that vision of African unity. So that is the origin of the Black Star. And finally, the third monument, which is the Black Star Square, was historically originally built for the celebration of Ghana's independence. So this square can take up to 30,000 people. And I mean, you all know during Independence Day, it is a colorful occasion. But the only thing I'll talk about is a statue on the Independence Square. So that statue refers to the unknown soldier. The unknown soldier represents all the Ghanaian soldiers who lost their lives in the Second World War. So basically, if you come to the Independence Square, this is the reason why we have this monument. And as history students or as a country with history, we have to cherish this monument. So thank you so much for coming. And
I really appreciate your time, Charlie. What the hell you do, Charlie?
Okay, so this is the Independence Flame. This particular place is known as the Black Star Square. Another name for this place is the Independence Square. So mostly, previously, we used to celebrate Ghana's independence here. The last time that we did that was in 2017. Because since 2017, the celebration have been going around the country. Whenever we are doing the celebration here, before the day will be cut off, the president would have to come and alight the Independence Flame. And whenever he does that, it's reminding Ghanaians of their responsibility to the state. Around the Independence Flame are these symbols. It is known as the Edinkra symbols. It's from the Ashantis. It's an ancient Ashanti symbol. It's a collection of symbols, a lot of them. This one is known as the Jinyami symbol, which means except God. It talks about the supremacy of the creator. And this one is known as the safety and security. Above, you can see this military man over there. This is known as the unknown soldier. It is because Ghana used to be a British colony. So during the Second World War, the British decided to organize military from all its colonies, including Ghana, to fight for them in Southeast Asia, that's Burma, and in India. These military men that were taken to Burma and India, most of them didn't come back. They lost their lives. So in 1961, when this place was built, Nkrumah decided to erect this monument in memory of those military men.
So you've heard it, you've seen it. Now you understand why Black Americans, or should I say Africans in diaspora, love coming to this place to pay homage to their forefathers and ancestors, because this was where the first black country declared their independence. Now, a lot of unofficial things are done here. A lot of people come here to shoot movies, to create dance moves like you can see on your screen. These guys travel all the way to come and dance here. Others come here for birthday shoots, pre-wedding and wedding photo shoots are done here. Movies are shot here. People come all the way to meet people over here. As you can see, yes, the connection is going on. So a lot is done over here. If you are in Ghana, don't hesitate to pass by and catch some vibes. You can see them. Okay, they just finished dancing and they are checking the video out to see if they really killed it. Now let me know in the comment section if you think they killed that dance. I can dance better than them though. Okay, some more diasporan here. This is me. Yeah, I came very late. It was getting dark, but you know what? I still brought you all of this. Now, if you want to go to the top to take a view of the entire area, there are some people here who charge you some $50. That's like some $5, and they'll take you around. Yes. They will soon on the light, and this whole place will be very lit. Very lit. Ta-da! Now, this is how the place looks during Independence Day at night and other important days in the history of the motherland, Ghana. Good morning, viewers! Welcome back to reality. I hope you enjoy the night view, the night scene. Yes, that's what we do at night. And that's the Accra Sports Stadium, or Hinijan Sports Stadium. Yeah, Accra Sports Stadium or Hinijan Sports Stadium. And a mixture of the diasporans and the locals over here. This is all that happened here. Just vibes.
like that.
Let me have fun with these people.
Hey, mo Jim we new. Me enjoy ni mwana.
Well, I hope you've been informed, you've been educated, you've been entertained. If this video really did that, kindly click on the like button, comment so that this video can reach wider audience. And also, don't forget to subscribe. Yes, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Kwame TV. Share this video to everybody to get entertained, informed, and educated too. Bye-bye.
What's up, Sly?